Sometimes life gives us stories that feel like they're straight out of a movie. And today's story is exactly that. From the very beginning, I'll say one thing. Stay with me till the end, because only then will you understand the full journey, the emotions, and the twists that brought us here. Yes, I'm talking about Prince Jackson, the son of the legendary Michael Jackson. For years, people have seen him grow up under the world spotlight, but what happened now has truly left everyone emotional. After 8 long years of a relationship filled with ups and downs, Prince Jackson has finally taken a step that fans had been waiting for. He's engaged. Now think about this, 8 years. 8 years of being together, building trust, and standing strong despite the shadow of one of the biggest names in music history hanging over him. For most of us, 8 years is not just time, it's a whole era. And that's why this engagement is not just a simple ring on a finger. It's a symbol of loyalty, of patience, of love that refused to give up. Fans are calling it a fairy tale moment, but one that feels so real, so grounded. But what makes this story even more powerful is how private Prince has been all these years. Unlike other celebrity kids, he didn't chase scandals or headlines. Instead, he chose to walk his own path. And maybe that's why when he finally decided to share this engagement news, it hit everyone differently. This wasn't just news. It was an emotional wave that reminded people of how far he has come since his father's passing. And trust me, this is only the beginning of the story. The announcement of Prince Jackson's engagement didn't just drop. It landed like an emotional bombshell across social media. Fans who had followed his journey since childhood couldn't help but feel a rush of emotions. Some said it felt like watching him grow up all over again. From that little boy holding Michael Jackson's hand to now becoming a man ready to build his own family. And that's exactly why this moment feels historic, not just for him, but for everyone who has silently cheered for him over the years. What's interesting is the way the news broke. There was no flashy press release, no staged paparazzi stunt. Instead, it was intimate, personal, and heartfelt. Exactly what you'd expect from someone like Prince, who has always chosen sincerity over spectacle. The pictures spoke louder than words. The ring, the smiles, the emotion in their eyes. And fans, they went absolutely wild. Comments poured in by the thousands. Tears, congratulations, and endless love. Some fans even said, "Michael would be so proud right now." And honestly, that one sentence captured the entire mood. But here's the twist. While most celebrity engagements are celebrated, they often come with whispers of doubt, rumors, or negativity. In Prince's case, it was the opposite. The internet turned into one giant celebration. It was as if people were protecting this moment for him, shielding it from the toxicity that usually surrounds celebrity news. And maybe that's because deep down, fans see Prince as more than just Michael's son. They see him as someone who has carried his father's legacy with quiet dignity, never trying to exploit it. This engagement isn't just love. It's respect earned, it's patience rewarded, and it's a reminder that sometimes the best stories are the ones that take years to unfold. When you look back at Prince Jackson's life, it hasn't exactly been easy. Growing up as the son of Michael Jackson meant living under a microscope, every move judged, every step compared. Most kids from famous families either get lost in the chaos or become stories of downfall. But Prince, he quietly chose a different road. And this engagement is proof of how he's been shaping his own identity, far away from the shadows of controversy. 8 years in a relationship is no small thing, especially when the world is constantly watching. Most celebrity couples barely last a few months before the headlines tear them apart. But Prince and his fiancée showed everyone that love isn't about flashing cameras. It's about commitment behind closed doors. That's why fans are so emotional. They're not just celebrating an engagement. They're celebrating a love story that survived time, distance, and the burden of fame. And let's be real, this isn't just about romance. It's about maturity. The way Prince handled this entire journey proves that he has learned lessons from both his father's fame and the struggles that came with it. Instead of being consumed by Hollywood drama, he built a relationship based on trust and respect. And when the engagement news finally dropped, it wasn't just a happy ending. It was a powerful new beginning. Fans across the world are calling it a legacy moment. Not because Prince is repeating his father's story, but because he's writing his own. And that's the most emotional part of all this. Michael Jackson gave the world music and magic. His son, now, is giving the world a story of resilience, loyalty, and love. The journey ahead looks brighter than ever, and trust me, it's only getting more inspiring from here. The reactions from fans around the globe were nothing short of overwhelming. Within minutes of the engagement news going public, hashtags began trending, timelines filled with heartfelt posts, and videos flooded TikTok and Instagram of fans crying tears of joy. For many, it wasn't just about Prince Jackson saying yes to forever. It was about seeing someone who grew up in the public eye finally claim his happiness. People felt as if they had been part of his journey from the very beginning, and now, they were witnessing a milestone that carried a deeply personal meaning. One fan wrote, "We watched him grow from a child to a man, and today, it feels like a part of Michael lives on through this moment." That comment alone sums up the emotional storm. This engagement bridged two worlds, the memory of Michael Jackson's era and the present reality of his son creating a legacy of his own. It was as if history and the future shook hands in that single announcement. And here's where the story takes a deeper twist. Most people expected Prince to step into his father's shoes, maybe chase the spotlight or live off the Jackson name. But he never did. Instead, he built a quiet yet impactful life, focusing on education, charity, and now, a personal love that blossomed away from the cameras. That's why this engagement doesn't feel like celebrity gossip. It feels like a universal story about love and resilience. Fans aren't just cheering for the couple, they're rooting for Prince as an individual. They see a man who endured loss, grew up with unimaginable pressure, yet still found a way to create joy in his life. And that is what makes this engagement so much more than just an announcement. It's an inspiration. Now that we've reached this moment, it's clear why Prince Jackson's engagement feels so legendary. It's not just about romance. It's about closure, healing, and a new chapter that fans have long been waiting for. From the day Michael Jackson passed away, people often worried about how his children would navigate life without him. Would they crumble under the pressure, or would they rise above it? Today, with this engagement, Prince has given the world his answer. He rose, he endured, and now he celebrates. This is why the story hits so deeply. It carries layers of history, pain, and triumph. Prince isn't just starting a new life with his fiancée. He's showing the world that the Jackson legacy is still alive, but in a different way. Not through music, not through fame, but through values, love, loyalty, and resilience. That's what makes this engagement emotional. It's more than a headline. It's a reminder of what it means to survive the storms and still find sunshine. And let's not forget the hook that keeps everyone glued. 8 years. 8 years of holding on, growing together, and waiting for the right moment. That patience turned into a story fans can't stop talking about. It feels rare, almost unbelievable, in a world where celebrity news changes by the minute. But this is timeless. So, as the celebrations continue and fans pour their hearts into messages of love, one thing is certain. Prince Jackson has written a chapter that no tabloid can twist, no rumor can break. It belongs to him, his fiancée, and the millions who are cheering from the sidelines. And if this engagement tells us anything, it's that sometimes the most powerful legacies are built not on stage, but in the quiet moments of true love.